All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this module. Today we're going to be discussing specifically um, jazz and popular music in the 1920s. So what I'd like you to do is, of course, watch the tutorial video that you're watching, but then I'd like you to read these three articles I've supplied you, as well as watch this really cool video. It's kind of lanyap, but watch it. It's about 15 minutes long. So, save some time to do that. While you're doing the assignment, I'd like you to start playing this list, and the way it's set up, it's kind of easy that you can kind of get it set up so then you can just go from one to the next. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, play number one. Answer these questions while you're looking for play number one, and then come down here and start answering the questions. And as that one finishes, go to the next one, etc. Okay, so some things that so once you finish reading these three important articles about the 20s and watching this video, you'll be listening to that, and I'd like you to answer these questions. Now, the questions are all based on the three articles above, number 1 through 7. Okay, so go ahead and answer these questions, and you can reference the readings above to get the answers. And then questions 8, 9, and 10 are based on the video and audio clips up here. So number 8 is regarding number 2. So that is up here, and I'm referring to this one, the Ethel Waters Georgia Blues. Okay, so you're going to want to listen to this, and I feel bad. It's killing, man. It's so good, so good. But number 2, recording of Ethel Waters Georgia Blues, and I want you to answer these specific questions. In the lyrics, what other states does Ethel mention in the song? So you got to listen to the whole thing. What is the instrumentation of the song? What instruments? And be specific. I put that down here. Specific names, not just the instrument family, okay? Now, in regards to number 3 and number 5, that is King Oliver and Paul Whiteman. So number 3, of course, is Riverside Blues, and it's number 4. I will change that. So number 3 and number 4. So do those recordings and answer these. What do you hear? Compare and contrast the styles of each band. What instruments do you hear in each band? And again, be specific, not just the instrument family. And then what influences do you hear in the music? And try to remember back to our assignment of the roots in America, dealing with where all of this music comes from. Okay, and then number 10 is in regards to number 9, which is this one right here, West End Blues, Louis Armstrong. I'd like you to listen to it, and I'd like you to find the most climactic, notable points in the music. I'd like you to find 3 of them, and I'd like you to answer the question like this. The first notable section is 07 to 28, so it's 7 seconds to 28, the first. And the way Louis plays this iconic introduction is amazing and full of zeal. So I'd like you to find 3 other separate examples, not including the one that I've just done. So 3 other examples, and mark specific times like I did, and then write a brief description as to why you feel it is notable section in the recording, just like I did right here. So, okay, so, the 1920s are like one of my favorite eras, and we're just about to come back into the 20s, believe it or not, and January 1st. So I suggest that we all embrace the 1920s in the 2020s. What you're going to learn is that we had a booming economy. We were making, like, as far as the living standard for was much higher than it was in future decades, even now, comparatively. You'll also notice that there's lots of tensions happening in the 20s, including prohibition and still very strong racism. Now, remember Jim Crow, and all of these very terrible things are still happening amongst white and black cultures. So The Harlem Renaissance is occurring. There's lots of things that are happening in the 1920s. It's the first time that um, people are able to get things from corporations, like the same recordings. People can eat the same foods because we have all these cars now. So the 1920s is a very, very important era in America, but the music reflects it. The music is so great. Um, so check it out, and I'm really looking forward to reading your guys' answers. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.